Okay, we want to return to our lead story that we started the hour with, which was in Owen Sound, Ontario. That's where 2 of the 3 men charged in the death of a restaurant owner have now been sentenced. This is a major story, 3 years in the making, and Jonathan Gatehouse has been part of our coverage team on the ground at the courthouse today. He joins us now live. So, Jonathan, go through what happened in court today.
Yeah, that's right, Natasha. All 3 men charged in connection with that August 2023 killing, the death of the restaurant owner Sharif Rahman here in Owen Sound, entered guilty pleas. And as you mentioned, 2 of them were just sentenced. The 2 who were sentenced were the father, Robert Evans Sr., and the uncle, Barry Evans, who were both charged with accessory after the fact. Robert Evans' senior son, Robert Evans Jr., is charged with manslaughter. According to an agreed statement of facts, he threw the punch that caused Rahman to fall to the ground, hitting his head on the sidewalk and caused his death. The 2, the uncle and the father, who have been sentenced, have received a sentence of time served plus 1 day, and that 1 day is in fact today. They are currently still inside the courthouse, now being processed for a handover to Canadian Border Service Agency officers, and they will be removed from Canada and returned to the UK shortly. All 3 men are residents of the United Kingdom. In the case of Robert Evans Jr. in the manslaughter charge, that's going to take a little bit longer to resolve. The Crown and the defense attorney have made a joint submission to the judge for a sentence of 3.5 years, which would work out to 8 more months in jail before a deportation. The judge has said that he wants to take some extra time to consider that submission and to make sure that it meets the guidelines, particularly given how much sorrow and outrage there has been in this community over Mr. Rahman's death. And he will now return that verdict on the 10th of July.
Let's talk about what the atmosphere was like in the courtroom today when the sentences were being read.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 men were in the courtroom in the prisoner's box. The mood was somber. The courtroom was quiet. Mr. Rahman's family did not attend today. I believe the Crown had suggested that it was just too difficult for them. They are still having a great deal of trouble. Sharif Rahman left behind a wife and a young daughter, and he also has a couple of brothers who live in this community. The Crown said that they are lost in all senses of the word. All 3 of the accused had statements read into the record reporting their own remorse and regret for what happened that evening. In the case of Robert Evans Sr. and the uncle Barry Evans, their lawyers read the statements into the record because the court was told that neither of those men can read or write, having had very little formal schooling. Robert Evans Jr. read his own statement. It was short. He stood and quietly said, "I think about this every night, and I'm sickened by the damage that I caused." He went on to say that he prays every day for the family and hopes that someday they might be able to forgive him, although he would understand if they cannot.
CBC's Jonathan Gatehouse in Owen Sound, Ontario. Thank you, Jonathan.